Hello, and welcome to The Precap, a daily show podcast where we sit down with this week's host to take a look at this week's news and talk about what we missed from last week.
Yep.
My name is Nicole Conlan. I'm a writer at the show, and I am joined today by the incomparable Michael Kosta.
Hi, I'm Michael Kosta. I'll be the host this week.
So
Thanks.
Exciting.
Fun to be sitting here with you, Nicole. Thanks.
Fun to be sitting here with you, and of course, Walter.
Walter, what's your role this week besides host emotional support? For those of you that do want to know, this is a very dog-friendly office,
yes.
And Walter is here almost every day. Every day I'm here, Walter's here.
Yes. It's as grumpy as he seems now. He has actually warmed up to me considerably.
It's only taken 6 years of you working at the desk. He is slow to warm up, but in a weird way, I kind of like it because I feel like maybe in my life, I warm up too quickly to people.
Sure.
So maybe he's like, hey,
he's a good balance.
He's a good balance.
Right.
A good balance. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, Walter, if we get any facts wrong, I'm going to need you to fact check us on this episode.
Please. Or
take a nap. Either way. Let's start with what has happened in the world in the past week. We have been off for a week.
Yeah.
We were on break. I was in Ireland. It was awesome.
Yeah. And isn't it fun? Isn't it fun when you're in a different country? Kind of one of my favorite parts about traveling abroad is you almost inherently see how other people see us.
Yeah.
Because you see their news.
Yes.
And it's always like, oh, shit.
Yes. I will say everybody in Ireland was still very friendly to me.
Such good people.
Which was good.
They're such good people.
They're so nice.
Yeah.
Now, I will say, having been there for a week, I fully checked out of the news.
Yeah.
And so missed a lot of what happened this week.
Yep.
But it seems to be that one of the running themes from the past week is this White House 250 celebration and all of the event planning debacle surrounding that.
Yes.
So the biggest news, I think, was they were having this big concert with a bunch of acts that everybody knows and remembers.
Yep.
And then one by one, they slowly started dropping out as people got mad at them.
Right.
So some of the acts who dropped out were Bret Michaels from the band Poison.
Yep.
And several VH1 reality shows, I think.
That's true.
Martina McBride.
Okay.
Morris Day and The Time.
Oh, yeah. Classic.
Sure. The Commodores.
Yep. Wow.
Easy like Sunday Morning, right?
Yes.
Yep.
I think
Okay.
you're right.
Young MC.
Which the only song that I believe he's ever sang
I only know the one.
is, I used to know it, and you're going to know it, but do I remember it? Leave it in the comments down below.
Believe it or not, I know every word to that song.
Young MC, what is it called?
This here's a jam for all the fellas. Try to do what those ladies tell us.
There we go. Yeah. What is
Bust a Move.
Bust a Move. When I heard that Young MC was on the docket, I go, of course he is, because Sylvester Stallone is at the Kennedy Center. And, of course. Yes, of course.
This is how you prolong your career.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, my card here says the original vocalists of Milli Vanilli, but then on the poster, it was a picture of one of the guys who did the lip syncing. So I don't know which is correct.
And I'll tell you what, I don't even know if the current generation even knows or understands what Milli Vanilli wasn't.
When I said Milli Vanilli, our YouTube views dropped.
Yes.
Like 5,000 people.
These were two singers with a number one hit. Two of them, right? Multiple.
Yeah, Blame It on the Rain.
Yeah.
And another one I can't remember.
Did you see her?
That sounds right.
Yeah. Tell me, have you seen? But they were not the singers.
No, they were lip syncing.
They were lip syncing the entire thing, and they also didn't even. It's not like they were lip syncing their performances. They were not singing. Like the CD.
It was like they were like two young hot guys, and then the actual singers were, as far as I can remember, like middle-aged, like normal-looking, like studio musicians.
Correct. And the songs that were recorded were not their voices. That's what I want people to know. Yes. Okay. Yes.
And now they are also not performing at the White House. Freedom Williams.
Even though they were never performing, even when they were performing.
Correct. Although I do think one of them, after the reveal of the lip syncing, did try to launch his own singing career. Fair. But then it's like, well, then why didn't you just do that in the first place?
I know.
Freedom Williams of CNC Music Factory.
Okay.
And
this is old school.
This
is
really
Make America
90s.
Great Again. This is what Trump believes music is.
Yes, Make America 1992 again.
When Bill Clinton was president? I don't know. It's all very strange. Yes.
Now, there are still two performers in. Vanilla Ice
Classic.
Because obviously, and Flo Rida.
That's funny. I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why Flo Rida is still doing it, other than I don't know. He's a swing state.
You know, are these artists getting paid?
I think so, because at one point Trump tweeted, he truthed that the artists are getting the yips, which is a golf term.
Right.
I guess a sports term for when you get nervous.
Yeah,
like Charles Barkley has the yips real bad.
Yeah.
Although I heard he fixed it.
Yeah.
But the artists are getting the yips, and they were overpriced anyway. So they must have been getting paid.
Because I can say as a performer myself, one way to really make sure that an artist doesn't pull out is to pay them money. A lot of it. So my guess is like the public image cost of this was way higher than what they were getting paid. But I promise you, watching all my friends go to Saudi Arabia to perform, they were making enough money that
there's an amount of money where it doesn't matter.
There's an amount of money where they're going like, I don't care, you can hate me, I'm going to Saudi Arabia. So I would guess, knowing Trump, he was probably paying them poorly.
Yes.
And it wasn't a smart move for them, as people are going, what are you doing this for? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. You don't need this.
Yeah.
Freedom Williams of CNC Music Factory. Speaking of Vanilla Ice, when I was in college, an episode of The Apprentice, Donald Trump, Celebrity Apprentice, shot a challenge on campus where they had to make pizza for all the students, and Vanilla Ice was one of the guys.
Wow.
Yeah. No, I'm wrong. Mark McGrath. Cut that.
Mark
Alan,
McGrath. Cut it. Alan, cut it.
Cut it.
I do not know Vanilla Ice's real name.
Me neither.
Yeah. Interesting.
We may never know. For all I know, it is Vanilla Ice.
Here goes. Real name.
Real name.
It's going to be like Cody or...
Robert Matthew Van Winkle.
That's a great name.
Yeah.
Why did he change it?
Robert Matthew Van Winkle.
Robert Matthew Van Winkle? I feel like that Vanilla Ice is a downgrade from that.
Yeah. Maybe somebody answered his riddles 3 and then he had to change it.
I mean, it is kind of hard to understand what a big moment that was.
Yeah.
When Milli Vanilli was caught.
Right.
Or even it was revealed, because I don't understand why they didn't think, or that was just like, for me, when I was 9 or 10, I just thought things were what they were.
Right.
And then that's when you kind of learn, like, maybe this little box that sits on your living room dresser doesn't always give you the truth, or things are produced. So this was a big moment.
It was a big moment.
Yeah.
And now the lip syncers have too much integrity to perform in the White House.
Right.
Michael,
they said yes at first.
Yes.
Yeah. Right.
But look, they were getting paid.
Yeah.
If you were putting together an America 250 concert, who would you pick?
I am. You know how the Daily Show has the Facebook?
Yes.
That has everyone's. It says like, what's your favorite TV show and your favorite music. My answer to my favorite music is, I'm not really a music guy.
Okay.
And people think I'm joking, because it's like, who isn't a music guy? I mean, I love the Beastie Boys.
Pick the Beastie Boys. I think that's a perfect answer.
I love the Beastie Boys, and I've met them, and I've gone to their concert. It's the first concert I ever went to. But like after that, I get real thin on who I would have.
I think the Beastie Boys is a great answer. R.I.P. MCA. But
Right.
I think they would be a perfect choice, because they are so Brooklyn. Like, New York City is so rarely represented when we're talking about, like, this is what it means to be American. It's like, it's the biggest city in the country.
Well, why I love the Beastie Boys is, and a lot of musicians are like this, the best in my opinion, but you really watch them evolve as people through their music.
Yeah.
Like, it's very safe to say, you can go, oh, I love this band because of their last album. You listen to their new album, you're like, who is this band?
Yeah.
They're evolving. They're progressing. Guess what? So are we. So is this country, hopefully. And so much of what this administration encapsulates is him trying to fight, in my opinion, how this country is growing up.
Yeah.
That to me is what Trumpism is like, no, stop. No Spanish, no different people, no different cultures and languages. He's trying to stop all that. So it's all...
Yeah.
Here we go.
You ask Donald Trump, please, but he still says no.
Nice, Nicole.
Thank you so much. I think I would pick the Chicks, formerly the Dixie Chicks.
Right.
Particularly because they were they were the ones who stood up to Bush.
Yes.
and said, he's not our president, this doesn't represent us. And then they were the ones who really suffered a career setback from that. And
I wasn't
didn't
fully
give
aware
up on it.
that they had a career setback because of that.
They did. I mean, they used to play like arenas.
Right.
Right. And then they still had a career. They're still very talented musicians, but it was definitely going from, playing MSG to playing Terminal 5.
Well,
kind of
and
setback.
It's funny you say that because the Beastie Boys rapped a lot about George Bush, and I believe MCA even had a line like, the Kyoto Treaty you chose to neglect. And I was 12 years old going, what the fuck is he talking about?
Right.
But it was like a climate thing or something.
Yes.
But I love when a public figure speaks their mind about what they think is wrong, because it does cost them commercially.
Yes.
But that's okay, because to them, it's more important to speak up for what they believe is wrong.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. And that's why Michael Kosta is here to reveal his controversial, righteous political opinions.
That's right.
But you have to subscribe to the Patreon for that. The other event planning hiccup that has happened this weekend is, so they're building this big UFC arena on the lawn of the White House for a big fight on Donald Trump's birthday.
Is it an octagon?
I have to assume it's an octagon, but it has sort of, that thing outside of LAX that has like 4 legs coming off of it? It looks a little bit like that.
It'd be funny if Trump didn't know how many sides were on an octagon.
I have the best octagon. It has 12 sides.
Everyone knows it.
Other octagons have 8. I said, let's get 12. I think I said this on the podcast with Desi, but I have, between Colbert and here, I've been talking about Donald Trump for 10 years now, and my impression of him has only gotten worse.
Oh, I think it's great.
Thank you so much.
There's a part of me that doesn't mind that this is happening.
I actually agree. I don't think that there's, a reason that there can't be a big event on the White House lawn.
Yeah.
If I think about, if it was, President Bernie Sanders, and he was like, let's do a big celebration of America on the White House lawn with whoever he would pick.
No, Bernie Sanders would have a farmer's market, which, by the way, I would love.
Yeah, that would be great.
That'd be great.
I think that would be a great use of the lawn.
Yes.
And so I don't necessarily mind the idea of a big spectacle on the White House lawn. Yeah. It is stupid.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind. It's beautiful imagery, the White House. I hope people get excited about the White House. I hope people watch this and get more curious about our government. They won't. But the thing that is most on brand for Trump is that this is violent and mean spirited. It's fighting. I mean, it's like, and I would say these fighters have incredible integrity and sportsmanship, because you have to play by the rules, in particular in fighting, which is very funny because I don't feel Donald Trump is that way. But, it is just so on brand for him to have it be where people are kicking the shit out of each other.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And it is also for the benefit of the UFC, which is a private corporation also.
And Dana White has been in his pocket from day one.
Absolutely.
Yes, yeah.
One of the issues that they're having is that Dana White thinks there's going to be a massive gnat problem.
Oh, yeah.
I guess, was at an event at the Rose Garden, and he was like, this is something we got to figure out because there's moths everywhere. There's gnats everywhere. Yeah. The fighters are going to be out there dealing with the gnats, which I guess would be a problem. But it is also like you're beating the shit out of each other.
Yeah, but it would suck if someone's like trying to get a fly out of their face and then they get their nose broken. But I mean, this is, this is why the sport of tennis is so wonderful, because you have to play outside and you have to deal with those conditions.
Yeah.
And while you're dealing with those conditions, you aren't getting your
in many ways,
optical bone broken.
You guys are tougher and braver than UFC fighters.
I've long said that.
Yes.
And even though we play in a rectangle, they play in an octagon.
Yeah. That you do what they do with half as many sides.
But less. But yeah, it's kind of funny to think that maybe different athletes are just people who do different things on different shapes.
Yeah, they just like different shapes. Baseball's a diamond.
Yeah, diamond. Basketball would be, what's a pool? It's a square with water in it. Anyways, cut that.
Some of them are kidney bean shaped.
Yes.
I don't think they do a lot of events in those, though. Joe Rogan also said he doesn't like that it's outside. And I think it's just they want to, I mean, if it rains or something and it gets slippery. But I mean, I've seen 300. They were out there rolling around in the mud.
Perfect reference.
Thank you.
Fighting, when you are fighting somebody, conditions would be very important.
Yeah.
I get that's a thing. I mean, what's funny is we all want Joe Rogan to say, I don't like this administration, but the reason he doesn't like it is because it's outside.
Yeah.
So it's
and
not.
It's the fights will be worse.
It's bad for the fight.
Which is understandable.
Yeah, right.
The other funny thing about the UFC fight at the White House is that the White House is trying to get soldiers to attend the event, but they have to pay their own way. And also they have to meet height and weight restrictions.
Wait. Height restrictions?
Yeah. So you can't be too short.
Right.
I mean, I guess if you are too short, then you can still buy a ticket, but they'll put you in the nosebleeds or something. But if you want to be in the stands near the front, in the, section of honor or whatever, then you have to, no fatties, first of all, and you can't be short.
You have to look like what they want our soldiers to look like.
Yes.
Even though probably the most skilled drone pilot operator might not be a 6'4".
I suspect that the most skilled drone operator probably looks like he's playing Warcraft in his basement.
Correct.
20 hours a day.
I agree. And it's just this whole, look, the whole world is more focused on optics now, but Trump in particular, that is the game.
Yes.
Optics is the game. Optics is the game.
Yeah. And we know he loves a beautiful man because he never misses an opportunity to be like, and look at you, look at this wet glistening off your skin. It's like, all right.
Although the optics standing behind him at his rallies are also not lots of non-beautiful men. Let's just put it that way.
Okay, now we're going to do a new segment that probably won't be a recurring segment, but because I am from Colorado originally, there's been a few weird news stories coming out of Colorado, and the first one.
What's the state motto?
Boy, I should know it.
Is it like
it's the Centennial State?
Centennial State.
Yeah, because we were. Oh, so this will be our 150th anniversary in Colorado.
What can you tell me about its flower?
Nothing without Providence. I don't think I've ever heard that. Its flower is the columbine.
Oh wow!
And when I was in Ireland, we saw some columbines,
that's fun.
I didn't know that they grew there. This is only interesting to people from Colorado.
Can you tell me? And don't look at the screen. Can you tell me about the flag at all?
The flag is like very iconic. It's just got a big C on it.
Yeah.
With the center, I think, is supposed to represent the sun.
Yeah.
And it's, if you're from Colorado, 50% of the people have that flag tattooed on them.
Really?
Because it's an easy tattoo.
It's beautiful. I am just a huge fan of the state of Colorado.
It rocks.
It has so many different things going for it.
It rocks. Although I will say, do you know Caleb Heron? There's a comedian named
Okay.
Caleb Heron who's very funny, who has a joke that I will paraphrase worse than when he does it.
Sure.
But he has a joke that's like, I know a lot of people who've moved to Colorado, and for every single one of them, it has been a cry for help.
Right.
And I do feel like there is
good.
a large contingent of people in Colorado who are like, well, I'm 35 and my life isn't working out.
I'm going to go, yeah. Denver's blown up.
Yes.
I could kind of tell you a little bit about the state flag of Michigan, but not as, you really knew what you were talking about there.
Well, it's because it's
iconic.
It's iconic, and it's also, a child could draw it.
Yeah, there is a
Alan, pull up the state flag of Michigan.
It's just got the state seal on it. It's blue with the state seal, but I don't know. It needs a rebrand because Colorado looked like fun. Looked like I want to go to that place. Right?
Some stags and an eagle.
It's not awful, but it's just kind of formal to me.
Circumspice.
It's formal, whereas Colorado looked approachable.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. The Denver city flag is also very good. It has 3 triangles for mountains. It's great. But anyway,
cool. Good talk.
Shout out to everybody from Colorado. Okay.
Colorado Corner.
A few stories from Colorado Corner. The first one is that Tina Peters, famous election denier.
Yes.
Our governor, Jared Polis, has been talking about commuting her sentence for a long time, and she has officially been released from prison.
Wow.
For those of you who don't remember, Tina Peters was in the news around, I think it was the 2020 election, right?
Okay.
She was behind a lot of the voting conspiracies. She got arrested because she was promoting all of these voting conspiracies and saying that there was subterfuge and the election was stolen. And so she's finally been released. And she immediately went on Steve Bannon's podcast and started doing it again the second she was released.
I know that the Democrats are going to cheat. And no one's really addressing the problem that I spent my time in prison as retribution for, and that was exposing the election machines that allow the votes to be flipped.
All right. Well, just remember that Fox lost a $800 million lawsuit.
Yes.
Claiming that the election machines had been compromised.
Yes.
They kept saying they were compromised, and the election machine company sued and won $800 million.
Yes.
So everyone should know that. She looks good for being in prison, though. Huh?
I know. She looks great. It's whatever they're doing in the Colorado State Penitentiary appears to be working. So that's one weird story. There is a weirder story, which is that the Republican frontrunner for governor is a guy named Victor Marx, and he gave an interview with Denver newscaster Kyle Clark, who's awesome.
I would assume the governor is Republican?
Our current governor is ostensibly a Democrat, but this new guy who's running as a Republican, Victor Marx, just gave this interview, and he has a couple wild quotes that I'll have you watch.
You perform exorcisms, commanding demons to come out of people.
Stop.
Can you explain to me how that works?
When you say I perform exorcisms.
Yeah. You described yourself as a quote-unquote reluctant exorcist.
I believe the Word of God, that I can pray for people and see people set free from whether it's demonic oppression. I never call it possession. I believe there's levels of demonization where people are suffering because of evil.
But could you explain to folks who have never witnessed this, don't understand how it works? I've heard you describe it a number of times. You've got the two angels with the swords. You've got the circle of judgment.
I can't tell if this guy's taking the piss out of him or if...
So I think it's real. And I think I think Victor Marx here is trying to be like, well, I mean, when I said exorcism, I meant it metaphorically.
Right.
And Kyle Clark's like, no, you don't.
Right, but then he also says,
but I do
previously said
a thing with angels and swords and stuff.
But then he also said, I that's a joke. I don't believe that, but I can pray it out of people, which is what you said. So, religious semantics, words.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that wasn't the only part of the interview.
Okay.
There was also this one.
Your claim that your abusive stepfather forced you to kill a man when you were 7 years old, is that the only person you've ever killed?
Oh, stop.
This is such a long pause for the question.
Did you kill anybody
Did you kill somebody? Alan has not paused the video, by the way.
I would say, as a child, yes.
What does that mean?
As a child,
Did you kill anybody as an adult?
I've only killed. Yeah. I mean that's wild.
It's truly wild. And he's probably going to be the Secretary of the Interior within our
people
lifetimes.
do forget though, because of Boulder and because of the ski culture there, of the money and the private flights and Beaver Creek and Vail, people forget that Colorado also is like wild country.
Oh, yeah.
People forget that rough and tough men who love Jesus are a enormous part of the state.
Definitely.
It's easy to forget that.
Everything past the airport
right.
is basically like West Kansas.
Correct. Yes.
And then you go, like far to the southeast, and it's cowboy country.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Ranchers and it is easy to forget that, but he is a nice reminder.
Yes. He really is.
Yeah.
Now, Kosta, I would love to get your take on this headline, which I saw, which is that Serena Williams is returning to pro tennis.
Wild. Wild to me. Is she tied for all-time? No, she's second place for all-time Grand Slam. She's at 23, and I believe Margaret Court, who played like 100 years ago, has 24. And definitely Serena Williams is considered the greatest of all time. But she doesn't have that record. So that could be driving this.
You think maybe she's trying to get one more Grand Slam?
She definitely is trying to get one more Grand Slam, or if not two. Now this doesn't fare well for any gender when you leave the sport and then you come back. I mean, do me a favor, Alan, and Google Bjorn Borg return to tennis 1981. Here's a great example of this. 81 downfall. Bjorn Borg, do you know who Bjorn Borg is?
I know that he is a legendary tennis player.
Very beautiful Swedish tennis player. Played with this wooden racket called the Dane. Mm-hmm. He left for 4 years. The whole sport moved to aluminum tennis rackets. Okay?
That's a big
metal
jump. Yeah.
Metal racket. Everybody. Bjorn Borg comes back playing with wood. He had to pay Dane to make wood rackets. My whole point is, I hope Serena's been paying attention. The sport has evolved considerably since she left.
What are some changes that have happened since she left?
Movement. When Serena played, she was the only one that could serve.
Okay.
A lot of women now can serve, and they can move. They move unbelievably. So I'd be curious to see. I mean, Serena Williams is one of our generation's greatest athletes. If anyone could do it, it could be her. Mm-hmm. But 44, you took 4 years off. Mm-hmm. Maybe you started to have a piece of chocolate cake every once in a while. Do you know what I mean? This is gonna be tough. But hey, I'm rooting for her.
Yeah, look, as a woman approaching middle age, I am always looking for examples of see, she can still do it.
Totally, and she's a bad motherfucker.
Yes.
So
she's also like a genetic freak, which is. If you're the top athlete at any sport, you have to be.
You have to be. And also her sister has been playing. Her sister retired and then came back. And
how long did Venus take off? Do you know?
I don't know how long. But also Venus hasn't won a match in like 3 years. But she's still playing. Yeah. So good job, Venus.
Can I ask you a tennis question?
Absolutely.
Well, you're going to be disappointed with what the question is. But I rarely play tennis.
Yeah.
If somebody asks me if I want to go, I'll be like, sure. But I'm not good at it. But even though I don't play tennis, but once every other year, I do still find myself doing the
grunting.
Why does that happen?
Well, let's go back to boxing or fighting.
Okay.
One of the first things they teach you when you punch or strike is to blow out or to exhale. It helps the strike.
Yeah.
It's the same with tennis.
Interesting.
And in fact, probably if we mic'd a pitcher, a baseball hitting it, we're all breathing out. Why I don't understand why tennis is sexual sounding. Maybe it's because you have time. You have a little bit of time. The ball's got to travel 76 feet to the opponent. Maybe there's time.
You can't help it. It's
and
I've tried when I play, I don't practice. I barely ever play, and my body naturally is just like
Yeah, I as a former coach, I strongly encourage people to grunt when they hit.
Great.
What does happen is people add a little artistic flair to their grunt.
It's like one of the guys in the gym who's lifting really heavy and goes, ah!
Correct.
That's not helping you. What are you doing?
Yes, but it is, Venus got in trouble early in her career. People were mad at her grunt. And she was like, this is my grunt. The sport has a grunt. So it's been a thing.
I wonder why it feels like golf is such a similar motion, but when I play golf, maybe I'll start grunting when I play golf.
I bet you if we mic'd you, it would be some form of an exhale. Yes, but I don't know if it would be. I mean, Gustavo Kuerten from Brazil used to grunt like this. I mean, it was awesome. It was like what? So, anyways.
All right. Well, maybe when I play golf from now on, I'll go. Bah.
I bet you Tiger Woods grunted when he crashed his car into that fire hydrant.
This is going to ruin the tour. All right, let's take a look at what might be coming up this week. Yeah. And let's start with the LA mayor and the California elections.
Yeah.
Have you seen the Spencer Pratt phenomenon?
Yeah, I mean, I was just in LA. You can't get rid of these ads. They're everywhere.
And is it ads for everybody, or is it his ads are overwhelming?
I did see some Spencer Pratt ads. I don't even, I just... when you hear that it's political music,
right?
Crescendoing,
especially for a place you don't live.
Right, it's like I don't know who the city
tune it out,
sewer commissioner is going to be. But there was even so many that at one point there was an ad attacking an opponent. Then the opponent's ad came on.
Great.
Then the first person's ad came back on. And it's like, whoa! How much money did we spend on this? Yeah, no, California is really going going mad. And you know what? They have truly collective trauma from the fires.
Totally. And that is why Spencer Pratt has been able to do this.
Correct.
Because during the fires,
Correct.
he emerged maybe not as a hero, but definitely as somebody who everybody was surprised to be like, oh, right, this guy exists. And he seems to be saying like reasonable and sympathetic stuff about the fires. And then now that he's running for mayor, not so much.
I think we all as a society do not fully understand trauma.
Yes.
And you can look at COVID with the election of Joe Biden. Mm-hmm. I mean, trauma affects us so deeply that we search for people that can offer some organization of it or just appreciation for it. And in some strange way, Spencer Pratt, the reality star that everybody hated because he was an asshole, is offering a little bit of that in some capacity.
One thing that has emerged from his campaign is that he loves crystals.
Oh, boy.
Alan,
Walter, we're doing a pod. Can you please stop? Thank you.
He's
Talk to me about crystals.
Talk to me about crystals.
What is the deal with crystals? Do you believe they have powers? I know nothing about crystals, so tell me about it.
Do you believe the ocean has powers? Do you believe waterfalls have? Do you believe hummingbirds have power? I believe anything God put on this earth has energy, and I respect the earth and the powers of God. And so I don't worship crystals. I think they're beautiful. The ones I collected all went up in value before Mayor Bass let them burn to the ground. They were investments. It was a museum-grade collection.
How would you describe? Do you think they have special powers, or you just think they're nice to look at, they're good to collect? Like, how do you explain them?
Okay, this watch right here has quartz in it, and it has energy.
Power.
It's moving. Power.
It's also battery powered.
Yes. When I lived in LA, I lived in a place called La Crescenta, which is sort of like behind the mountains behind Burbank.
La Crescenta Flint Ridge?
Yes.
I know exactly where that is.
La Cañada Flint Ridge, which is like next to La Crescenta.
Exactly, because I would go up to the Angeles National Forest.
Yes.
And I would,
through there. And when I first moved there, somebody described it to me as the kind of place where somebody in a MAGA hat would try to sell you a healing crystal.
Right.
And that's exactly the vibe there.
Also, keep in mind the placebo effect is like 30% effective.
Totally.
So if you have a surgery and you put a crystal next to your bed, you think it's going to help you?
Hey, if you feel like crystals help and also you're following your doctor's orders,
right? I'm down with that. Yes,
that's
exactly.
I'm thrilled for you.
I just wish they would call it the placebo effect crystal, not this crystal that I'll sell to you. Anyways,
yes, absolutely. So the other big news is that the Knicks are in the finals.
Yeah, this is great.
Yeah, it's huge. I'm from Denver. I'm a Nuggets fan. We were eliminated this year, so I don't really have a horse in this race, but I'm very excited for all of my friends, especially at the show, including your friend and mine, Jon Stewart, who are all very excited about the Knicks Spurs finals. Trump has said that he plans to attend, but
let me tell you why we don't want that.
Okay, it seems like a logistical nightmare.
It is. Like, he came to the U.S. Open tennis final, and everybody has to get there at 8 a.m. for a 5 p.m. final
to go through security.
Not even just
stuff.
like the metal detectors, like if you're a journalist, the security background, it's a nightmare. But hey, don't be afraid, Trump, to say something nice about New York City.
For once.
I mean, it was your home.
Yes.
Forever and ever and ever.
Life.
For your entire life. I mean, I think no one really knows for certain, but I think your wife and kids still live here.
I would love for him to name one Nick in the history.
Right, in the history of
the Knicks. Also, resale tickets for the finals are already, like, most nosebleed of nosebleed seats are over $5,000 or something. I can't imagine what it would be like if Trump also was there.
It's fun for me when other people in this country see how expensive shit actually is in New York.
Yes.
Like when my friends in Michigan are like, why are tickets $5,000 to a Knicks game? I'm like, because you don't even understand how much a hamburger costs you. You don't understand how much rent is.
I watched a TikTok yesterday of a guy who was like, this is part 12 or whatever of my realistic search for an apartment in New York City that I'm affording independently without a guarantor or anything. And he said his budget for a 1-bedroom was $2,100, maybe $2,300. And everybody in the comments was like, you're wasting money. That's crazy. And I was like, I don't know if he's going to be able to find a place for $2,100, but okay. It's
crazy.
Yeah, everything's so expensive here. The other big news about the NBA Finals is that a lot of like political AI slop has come out of it. So Governor Greg Abbott of Texas just posted this insane photo of himself, who is in a wheelchair, dunking on Kathy Hochul, who is in a Knicks jersey, and Donald Trump has courtside seats and is laughing. It's so weird.
It's awful. I
also like that they gave him crazy guns. He's so jacked in this photo.
But also, you just used AI machine that's sucking our fresh water out of lakes to make this thing.
Yeah.
Also, how do I tell my daughters to be nice to people and to say please and thank you and be respectful of everybody in your classroom, even if they're different than you? And then like our elected officials, I know this is jokey, but it also just pisses me off.
Yeah.
You know?
I guess because I don't have kids, I've never thought about how, when I was in like third grade, I got in trouble for like drawing a mean photo of a classmate, and now
it's very strange. Like, depending on the age of your kid, they do start to see this stuff on the news.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, that's mean. Dad, you say don't do mean stuff. And I'm like, you're right, I do say that, and I try not to do mean stuff, but then the person who's in charge of this country or whatever, it's tricky.
When you become the president, you can
do
it.
Mean stuff.
But the Knicks are not the only big sporting event that we're looking forward to, because the French Open is is it already happening? Is it just the finals?
It's happening. The thing that's most exciting to me about the French Open is the top two men's players, Yannick Sinner and Carlos Alcaraz, who have been winning everything. They're out. So Yannick Sinner retired with he lost, but he had heat stroke essentially.
Well, there was a crazy heat wave in France this week. Yeah.
I mean, he literally like couldn't move. It was very sad to see. How you become number one in the world and you can't handle playing in 92-degree heat. I don't know. Carlos Alcaraz is out with a wrist injury. So we're going to have a new Novak Djokovic is out. We're going to have like a new champion. That's fun.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Do you have any predictions?
I believe this Brazilian Fonseca.
Is this the guy?
That's not that guy. That's Gustavo Kuerten.
Okay.
Who was at the matches, by the way.
Okay.
I like him, but it's just, so I don't know who's going to win, but it's a lot and
Do they play on clay?
They play on red clay.
Red clay.
Red clay, yeah.
Very classy, very French.
Yeah, very French.
Le clay rouge.
And my favorite thing about the French Open is of all the other tournaments, the umpires speak English because it's like the language everyone understands. But of course, the French is like, we're speaking French. So they give it, you can hear them. You hear them, c'est long, s'il vous plaît. It's great. So I love the French Open.
That's awesome. I'm going to watch some of it, even though I don't understand what's going on, because it will be a good opportunity for me to practice my high school level French.
Yes.
And maybe pick up some tennis terms.
Also on the women's side, there's a wonderful player named Marta Kostyuk, who's Ukrainian. And here's why I love her, and it's relevant to this show. 3 years ago, she said, before she was a big name, when I play anybody from Russia or Belarus, or my umpire is from those countries, I will not be acknowledging them or shaking their hand.
Whoa.
Because it is my duty to speak up against this war. And I don't like that the other players from other countries aren't doing the same thing. So she will beat she played a tournament where she beat a woman from Russia, and there was an award ceremony, and she didn't acknowledge her or shake her hand. Now, everyone on tour kind of knows she's going to do that, but I just love the guts to say, like, you're bombing my country and this isn't okay with me, and I'm going to make sure everyone knows all the time.
Absolutely.
She's still in the tournament and she could win it.
When she has referee umpire, when she has a Russian umpire, I mean, presumably she has to like heed their calls.
Yes. I think she acknowledges the calling of the sport, but you're always supposed to shake the hand after a match, and she doesn't do that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, good for her.
Yeah, good for her.
All right, it is time for something that we call the Daily Show and Tell. So, Michael and Walter, what is something that you have watched, read, listened to, argued about, or just been on your mind lately?
Well, it's relevant to Walter.
Okay.
The guest on Tuesday is the tick guy.
Awesome.
And he is an expert and a professor who deals with ticks. And Walter's got a little bit of tick-borne illness.
Oh. Walter, do you have Lyme disease?
He does not have Lyme disease. I don't know what the name of it is. It's apparently like the one you want to get if you're going to get one. But I find ticks fascinating. They use their mouth to open up your body, and then they insert a straw into our vein and they suck our blood. Kind of crazy.
Terrifying.
And I think more Americans need to be aware of ticks and understand ticks and feel empowered to know how to handle them, because there's more and more coming with climate change.
Totally. It's there obviously are ticks everywhere in America, but there are way fewer in Colorado. And so when I moved here, particularly when I had my big German Shepherd who was so furry, and we would bring her home from walks and just have to spend like an hour going through her fur. And fortunately, she had, like dogs, she had that thing where when she gets a tick, it drinks her blood and just dies immediately.
Correct.
So she was always fine. But one time my husband found a tick on him. He actually just found another one recently, and it was immediately like trying to get doxycycline. And
people really freak out about them. And what I'm hoping to achieve with this interview is it's right to be concerned, but the more you learn about it, I think it's like, you don't need to end your life over it.
Right.
You can figure it out. But it's a thing we need to learn to deal with.
I'm excited to see him. And then have you seen, there's a guy on TikTok. He's part of the Mississippi State Extension Service. He's Dr. Jerome Goddard.
Okay.
He's a bug guy, and he has the thickest Mississippi accent that I've ever heard. I'm going to send you a video. He does a lot of videos about ticks. They're great.
Love
Can't
it.
wait for that guest. Check out Dr.
What
Jerome
about you?
Goddard
What's on your mind?
Well, it's today's the 1st, right? So it's the first day of Pride Month. And in honor of Pride Month and me just getting back from Ireland, I bought a book when I was there that I thought was very good. So the writer's name is Niamh Malone.
Okay.
And she wrote a book called Ordinary Saints that is about a gay Irish woman who's living in London whose deceased brother is going to be made a saint in the Catholic Church.
Wow.
Catholic Church. And it's about how she has to kind of reckon with her own past and her relationship to the church as somebody who grew up very religious and is gay now. And it's very lighthearted and funny also.
Great.
And I really recommend it. It is kind of hard to get in America, but I think you can order it from any bookseller. And I really recommend it.
The perfect antibody to screen addiction is reading a book.
Absolutely.
It makes your brain happy. It makes your emotional health happy. It's just a wonderful thing. Put the phone down and read a book.
Truly. And this Ireland trip that I just went on was great because whenever I go to a new place, I try to just pick a few books from authors in that region to read.
Smart.
And Ireland has such a huge literary canon.
Yes.
They're just churning out authors.
Yeah.
So check out any of those and check out Ordinary Saints by Niamh Malone.
Okay.
Don't try to spell her name, just Google Ordinary Saints. And I think that's everything. That is all the time that we have for the pre-cap. I have been Nicole Conlan. You can check out your host, Michael Kosta, this week hosting The Daily Show on Comedy Central, Paramount Plus, and right here in podcast form in The Daily Show Ears Edition.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
Bye.
Walter's got his butt up. Walter, you can get a shot of Walter right now. He's doing the Zoomy thing.
Explore more shows from The Daily Show podcast universe by searching The Daily Show wherever you get your podcasts. Watch The Daily Show weeknights at 11, 10 Central on Comedy Central, and stream full episodes anytime on Paramount Plus.
This has been a Comedy Central podcast.